Quarter time GDFL match of the day, round 2 here at Bakers Oval. It's Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club versus Bellpost Hill, and it's the home side in front, 13-5, 83, Bellpost Hill 8-8, 56. Umpire Betty just making sure all players are in their positions before we start the final term.
And welcome aboard too to our final quarter sponsor, a new sponsor as well, Gus Primmer's The Car Ranch.
The Car Ranch. Good old Gus has left port side and gone to the Car Ranch.
Quality tested vehicles from $1,000 to 15 grand. It's 20 Separation Street, North Geelong. Give him a call on 72 18 89.
Start of the final term here, GDFL match of the day, and umpire Beatty has given a free kick to Bellpost Hill for Mark Guthrie getting in the way of the umpire. So there you go. So Bartolo from the middle. Kicks towards centre half forward. Sean Lewis roves, intelligently keeps it in front of him, pushes it all the way down towards full forward. Kick off the ground, Stewie Scott. And 35 around from the goal. There'll be a boundary throw in.
Great saver, isn't he, Scotty? He just happens to pop up when you need him.
Everywhere you turn around, he's just there, isn't he? And with another one on the ground, they're everywhere.
Makes it pretty tough from a commentator's point of view.
At least it hasn't been dark. At least it's been sunny. We've been able to have a bit of a go at it today. Stewie Scott this time. Across the ground to the other side. And another boundary throw in. The other boundary umpire, a bit of work to do now. On the opposite side, half forward flank on the outer side here at Bakers Oval. The Panthers kicking towards the right of screen. Hands from Guthrie. And another boundary throw in. Russell Scott couldn't keep it in on that occasion. The Cheetahs kicking to the Shannon Avenue end of Bakers Oval. So it's 27 points of difference, and you'd think Bellpost Hill would need the first goal of this final term. Pender at the back, taps it down. Trapped by Guthrie. Falls though to Chris Kelly, or puts it high though. Up towards Cook and Illick. Coming over the back, there's Cowie at the front. Breaks a tackle. Wobbly kick towards half back. Can't take the mark, Remfrey. Harris there against David Wall. Harris does well on hands and knees. Gives the ball out to McFadden. Handball's good to Stewie Scott through the middle. Handball to Ratchie. They've created the loose man. He's still in the middle. Cameron Carr chased him down. Ratchie just gets his kick away in time. Over the back of the pack. Can't take the mark. Wilkie's there. Then trapped. Goal. Oh, no, he's missed. Good tackle. That tackle came from Lee Sykes on Savanka. So one behind to Savanka, and good defending there from Lee Sykes for Bellpost Hill. Batty, the best way home is the way down the middle. And good roving, Johnny Bartolo. Shepherded well by Miranovic, takes a bounce, then measures the pass towards Stosic. No rovers at the back of the pack, only one, Scotty Cowie. He's got Guthrie wide, he elects to go inboard to Lacino. He switches play to Stewie Scott on the opposite side of the ground. Illick right next to him. The big man after Stewie Scott. Handball, good to Ingwerson. Gets around one, then handball back to Stewie Scott. Coming at him, ball, gets around, drop the ball, no. Play on the call, Pender in the middle. Tackled as he gets his kick away. Shaka McPherson. Oh, no, he took the mark plate on it. In fact, it might have been touched off the boot wall. Kick off the ground is okay. Travail in the middle.
Yeah, pretty intense stuff here in the first opening minutes of this final quarter. Now Shawnee Lewis breaks clear. The kick, though, drops short. Cook looks as though he's in a bit of strife, David Cook. And he's obviously got a thigh problem, I'd suggest, the way he attacked that ball. And the Cheetahs now deliver the ball to centre wing position. Andy Harris nearly took a nice grab. Good pressure there from James Renfrey. We'll have a boundary throw-in on members' side centre wing here at the backyard of Bakers Oval.
Harris and Renfrey. Miranovic coming over now to do the ruck work for Bellpost Hill. Harris gets his hand to it. Travail runs through. Wrapped up. Gets his kick away. No 10. Play on Wall. Just a little intelligent kick around the corner. Sean Lewis can't take the ball. Craig's with him. Lewis tries to keep it in front of him. He can't do so. Now he's over the ball. Is that holding the ball? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And Miranovic, the big ruckman, will take the free kick for Bellpost Hill.
Yep, done very well in the aerial contest. I'd like to see him do a bit more around the ground, Chase.
Oh, great kick. Wall.
A beautiful pinpointed Feldman mark. Plays onto Ant. Stosic sticks the one hand out, the big Ant, and takes a great grab. Bellpost Hill need a couple of quick goals to bridge the gap here this afternoon. As we wait now on Stosic, he's about 35 metres out, right on the boundary line. This will test him, but he's on the right side for a left footer, but oh, he's hooked it badly. And he's just snuck it in for a minor score.
It's really the only thing that lets him down, Ron, isn't it? Because he's a fantastic mark, got all the skills. It's just his kicking that lets him down a little bit. But for a small fee, you'll fix it, so it's okay. The kick in from Scotty Cowie goes wide to Ingwerson, measures the pass beautifully and finds the little rover in the back pocket. There's a few leads on, goes towards the coach. He's going to be surrounded here. Travail, great mark! Glenn Travail.
That's the mark of the afternoon.
In the backyard, fantastic. Oh, and then lets himself down with a poor kick. Did all the hard work, and then the kick straight to Andrew Harris in the middle of the ground. Measures the pass towards centre half forward. Ratji, Cameron Carr leading in the race. Oh, wrapped up by Wilkie. Dropped the footy, no free kick. Ratji, yes it is now to Cameron Carr, in fact. And at half back, Cameron Carr for the Panthers.
Just chips over the top, looks there for the loose man. Oh, Scragger got in the way. Should have kicked it long, son. As we see now, an opportunity for the Cheetahs. Scragger, Alan Craig, it is at the base of the back. Is he going to get pinged for holding it? No, the umpire's given him the benefit of the doubt. And very fortunate for mine because he did keep it in. And the Scrags got away with another one.
You'll probably get 3 votes from the umpire. We'll probably suck him in for them too. You know what Scragger's like. He loves the tankards and the votes. Goes over the top to Cameron Carr. Left foot kick towards half forward. Cowie can't see the ball for the sun. Running through Johnny Drysdale. Aquino running him down, but he gets his kick away. Measured, but sitting there in the last line of defence is Yannick.
Good work from young Glenn Yannick. High ball to Wigmore. He'll love him. He likes them up in the air. Wigmore. Cowie held without the footy. But the umpire's obviously blind as well as very lazy, and he'll bounce down on that outer side half forward.
And also had to give a mention to the love child who's running this afternoon for Geelong West.
Yes, looky.
Looky, Darren Cook. Comes to Wall in the middle now. Left foot kick across the ground towards Travail again. Can't take the mark on this occasion. Sean Lewis roves. Good hand. Stosic has to get back on his left. No, he handballs to Travail. Puts him under pressure. He's still over the top of the ball. Gives it back to Stosic. Then onto his left. Measures the pass towards Belbin. Takes a good slips catch. About 45 metres out. 45 degree angle.
If Feldman kicks this, we have got a real ball game. Because I reckon they're starting to grow in stature. The Panthers.
21 points of difference it'll be if he can. It's going to be a fair kick from there. He's kicked 3 goals through this afternoon. He comes in. Oh, it's a wobbly kick. I think he might have been going for a bit of a torpedo punt there. And it falls into the goal square. And Damien Pender taking the mark for West.
Yeah, good play from the big fella in front. Hand passes over the top to Stewie Scott. Looks up there to Scragger at the back of the back. Takes a good grab too, the old stager. And Alan Craig now will just settle proceedings down for the Cheetahs. Over the top he goes. Looks up there for Harris. Ball drops short.
Yeah, it's hit the tree.
It has hit the tree. A bit tricky. And Russell Scott, well, he'll get used to the backyard, Scotty. He's just shaking his head thinking, hell, how are we going to mark that one? 2 leaves and all.
Good hands. Ball to McPherson. Giving it to Bartolo running on the wing. Craig coming at him. He gets his kick away towards Stosic, the big man. Drags it in and takes the mark. Wants to play on quickly around ladder.
Notice McPherson held the ball until he called it. Young Bartolo.
He's a coach from way back, Shaka. You've got to be asking for things from him. But the ball falls towards Pender, and he kicks it wide towards Russell Scott. Cameron Carr's there. Was that a push? Yes, it was. And Cameron Carr, Ratsy, you'll have to be careful. Ball has to come back. Cameron Carr at half forward out of side with the free kick.
And Panthers really making a fist of this last quarter. Early stages, only been game at 4.5 minutes. Lovely footy. Sean Lewis now wants to get on with proceedings, but needs to settle a little. Long bomb up there to the high flyers. Cook at the back. Oh, over the back. Feldman takes a screamer.
Well, 3-3. This will make it 4-3. It'll make it 21 points of difference. We've been playing 9 minutes in the final term on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock. So, well, we have a ball game. Feldman kicks his 4th.
Yeah, great individual performance, Brett Feldman, the vice captain for the Cheetahs. I should say Panthers. Kicks their 9th. 9-9 now. 63. They trail Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club 13-6-84. 21 points, as Jason Doherty said. The Car Ranch bringing us this final quarter. And we do thank the big Gus Primer, who owns the car ranch out there at 20 Separation Street in North Geelong, and he has got quality tested cars ranging from $1,000 to $15,000, so he's targeting the market, but you can afford affordable cars. The car ranch.
Tommy Sveljak asking how long we've got. We've got 20 minutes, Tommy. You've got heaps of time, mate. 20 minutes to go, so heaps of time. They're 21 points down, Bellpost Hill. Next goal, very important, back to the middle. Pender in the ruck now for Geelong West. Moranovic gets his left hand to it. Rode by McFadden. In there, Russell Scott. McPherson over the top of the ball also. Hold, and Bellpost Hill. So things just starting to go a little bit right here for Bellpost Hill. Bartolo tried to run off with the footy. Got to go back to the old man, the veteran, McPherson. Goes long towards half forward. Feldman got two on him. Taps it away from one. Guthrie to Lacino. Was quick hands. And the Macedonian Marvel. The Mediterranean Marvel. Sorry, wrong part of Europe. He got the ball only as far as the boundary line out of bounds on the full. And the fish, Glenn Travail. That was one of Cookie's too, wasn't it, I think? Travail.
It was.
You can pick the cookie once from a mile away, can't you, really? Like the love child. Goes up towards centre half forward. Free kick, push, going to the west this time. And Pender is going to take the free kick.
Okay, well, West, Pender, hand passes to Yannick, who just squeezes it across the ground and finds Stuart Scott, the leader of the Cheetah Band. Steadies proceedings, looks inboard, goes there and finds McFadden. Plays on at half-back, long bomb to half-forward. Up they go in front, Renfrey, yes, and he's been paid the mark. This youngster done a good job, James Renfrey. Wastes no time. Feeds off to the captain of the side wall. He's got support from Sykes. He's going to get wrapped up by Alan Craig. Lost it. Gave it to Travail. Copped a bit high and up by right on the track. And Glenn Travail gets the kick.
Oh, goes short and Hancock lost it in the sun. And Lacino chopped it off. He goes long towards Russell. Oh, good overhead mark, Russell Scott. Just in front of the commentary box at half forward. Plays on quickly, goes long. Up towards full forward. Over the back was Wilkie. There, Denning also. Running through. Savanka. Gives it out towards Stewie Scott. Cameron Carr's there. Kept his feet then on hands and knees. Good handball. Handball to Renfrey. Oh, Wall. Went without it. Then Russell Scott gets him. Does he wrap him up? No, he doesn't. And it's out of bounds now. Boundary throw in. And a bit of life coming into this game in the final quarter.
Yeah, great quarter of footy. And it's brought to us by the car ranch. Dave Primer down there at Separation Street for quality tested cars. Give the car ranch a call. Back to the footy. Or the ball ricochets to Rathje. His left foot kick is an absolute grubber. Now, the big fella's an anchor. Oh, he could have given it to Wigmore, but he screws it back himself. And the big arms of Ken Denning and young Batty. He asked for the push because it was there, but the umpire couldn't see it in the sunlight. And I think you'll find that Ken Denning can thank his lucky stars for that. Opportunity here. He's kicked one goal straight, Ken Denning, from point-blank range. Walson's in, and that just could be the nail in the coffin for the Panthers as Ken Denning kicks his second and a very handy 14th goal for the Geelong West side.
Well, it just settles the ship a little bit for the Cheetahs. 14-6-90. They lead Bellpost Hill 9-9-63 on the car ranch final quarter scoreboard. And we've been going 13 and a half minutes on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock.
Hope you're enjoying the call. And, well, we're now presenting the trophies in the club rooms at 6 o'clock every Saturday night. And making available the tape.
God, I hope you can stay and do that tonight because I can't. I've got to get a colac tonight. I'm doing a cookie.
Mate, I can.
Oh, tremendous. They love you out here anyway, and you've backed them today, so they'll love you even more. And they'll hate me because I'll pick Bellpost Hill. Fantastic.
It's good, isn't it?
Oh, it's fantastic. Nothing like local footy.
Well,
and
now,
the last time we came out here, Ron, it's now 20-5. We were in pitch darkness at 20-5 last year, so it's good to see the sun's out here at Baker's Oval.
Certainly is.
Pender and Moranovic both get a bit of a hand onto it there. Stewie Scott wrapped up, no free kick. Bartolo worked very hard in the pack there. And it's going to be a secondary bounce in the middle on the cricket pitch area here at Baker's Oval. Bounce down. Ends up favouring Waller, gets a big thump away. Moranovic goes up with Pender for the secondary bounce there. McPherson Pushing the back, no. And a group of players around it. The umpire will have to come in, and a third bounce in the centre. So maybe look for a free kick here if they can't get the ball out. Try and get a few of these players from around the footy.
Yeah, very congested, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, probably a tactic from West just to try and unsettle the Panthers. There's a good football here. Quick hands from Alan Craig to Ratchie, whose kick, though, is a long bomb into the goal square, but it just drifts to the right of the big sticks. And a minor score. That's 3 goals, 3. Jason Ratchie. Margin now 28 points.
Kicking by Batty is okay. Finds Remfrey. Wants Cameron Carr on half-back. Finds him. Gets around Ratchie, or does he? No, he doesn't. Holding the ball. Too slow. Ratchie wants advantage. Oh, well, umpire.
The only thing
behind his mark
saved Belpost Hill there was the ball bounced forward of the mark.
Okay.
But had you been an umpire like yours truly, I would have let it go. So I used to love kicking goals.
God.
But Noel Carney said, no, you got to go back.
Ratchie goes along with the left boot into the teeth of goal. Oh, from a long way out. From a long way out, Harris had his name written on that. Came in from the side. And Andrew Harris, who has probably proved to be the difference in the forward line for the Cheetahs in the last 3 quarters. The first quarter, he was moved there at quarter time to centre half forward and has probably been the difference between the two sides. Comes in for his 3rd goal and puts it straight through the middle. So, looks as though the Cheetahs will be celebrating win number 1 for the season.
And yours truly picked it as well, of course. The accurate one has done it again.
We won't be letting that down for a while.
It's first for 97, but, you know. Well, I was a bit stiff last week, I felt. I was sort of cheated out of it, but never mind. That's football, as they say in the classics. As Anarchy was very stiff last week to get down to Thompson for mine.
Who cares what you think?
Well, there's been a whistle on play here.
Blood rule, I think.
Blood rule.
Yeah, Craig Ball again. So he had some trouble with his eye earlier in the quarter and has to come off again. And so already down to 18 men. So they're down to 17 now while they fix Ball up. Back to the centre, Moranovic and Pender. Moranovic sits, tries to give it to Bartolo, chopped off by Scott Pender. Handball over the top to Heath Box. Handball, heard the call from Scott, but it was a poor handball. Now he picks it up, the coach, gives it back towards McFadden. He sits and waits. They're mucking around a little bit in the middle. He gives it short to Pender, that's okay. And the big ruckman can stand and just settle things down for the Cheetahs.
Damien Pender now for the Cheats. A long bomb too. It's a lovely kick looking there for Russell Scott in front. What a great mark. Very strong, a bit like his twin brother overhead. Valuable asset for the Cheetahs in 97 is Russell Scott, recruited from Birregurra, as is Lee Zadanka, who's fitted in nicely to the Cheetah Combine.
So Scott, no leads on at the moment. He's got Wigmore in the pocket by himself, but he goes short to his brother. And it's just like kick to kick in the backyard for them.
Yeah, very poor checking. And over the top again, Scotty a bit high this time. And probably should have kicked the goal, but there's a leg there and a high tackle. And it's, guess what? It's that Manning's worse than him, I bet you. That's not, is it? 34? I couldn't see the number for the sunlight, but he's been a worm burner all day. And it's going to be a battle for the best man on the ground here this afternoon, I can tell you.
You want to try and slip him in there, don't you?
Well, he's been a great competitor all day for the Cheetahs.
Well, the little rover comes in and umpire Phillips has nearly lost his hat. And that's one behind.
Well, that could cost you the points, son.
Hard man. So 1-1, Ingwisson's tally this afternoon. And 15-8-98, Geelong West, Belpost Hill, 9-9-63. Great kick in, goes towards Kelly in the middle. He taps it in front of him. McFadden right next to him, worries him out of it. They battle hard in the middle of the ground. There's only been one kick, and it's now there's 2 kicks, and they're at half forward. Running onto a Travail and Feldman. Feldman, does it sit for him? Ladder straight through. Good play, the big man. And sees it over the boundary line. Good defence from Justin Latta.
Yeah, Feldman just hesitated a bit, and I suppose when you've got
Probably
a man
waiting for it to
twice
bounce
your
up to him.
size
Yeah.
coming at you too. I mean, yeah, the ball was hopefully going to sit for him, but it didn't.
Yeah. Latta. Bartolo over the back. Goes the right foot around the corner. Cook on the right side there. Can he take the mark? No, he can't. Just punched away at the end there by Yannick, who's done a pretty good job on him. Cook, though, battles hard. Turns around. Kicks the goal. Good play, David Cook.
Yeah, great
Good
goal
individual
too.
effort.
Great goal. It's his second.
But it may all be a little bit too late because we're playing 20 minutes in the final quarter on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock. And the Car Ranch scoreboard, the final quarter scoreboard, Geelong West 15-8-98, Bell Post Hill 10-9-69. It's 29 points of difference.
And what great cars does Gus Primus sell down there at the Car Ranch? That's about the car I bought off him the other week. It is purring like a little angel.
Did you get that for nothing, Ron? Is that a contra deal or
No, I paid big bucks.
paid big bucks?
It's a beauty.
What is it, a Mini?
Oh,
For your lovely wife?
Little one for the wife. Yeah.
Little one for the wife.
Toyota Seeker, mate. She was very
Tremendous.
pleased.
Tremendous. Could have bought her a Merc, couldn't you?
Don't
Back-
give him too much, mate.
Back to the centre. Pender, Moranovic. Pender tries the big thump, comes off Moranovic's head nearly. Bartolo, hand to Wall, running through centre and centre half forward, goes long towards full forward. Taking the mark, no. Stosic turned around, free kick to Ant Stosic for a high tackle there from Justin Latta. So the big man will have a chance to kick a goal, and the second one in a minute for the Panthers.
Yeah, and he needs to kick this. He hasn't bothered the scorers so far with a 6-pointer. He's kicked 2 points so far this afternoon, and he deserves better than that. The left foot kick this time has gone straight through the middle, and Stosic gets his name in the paper, and well deserved. And interesting that the two centre-half forwards are quite fundamental here at the backyard.
Yes, it's a very important position on the tight confines of Bakers Oval. And Collingwood lost, so Brett's Sportsbet's still alive. Good to see. 15-8-98 Geelong West, Bell Post Hill 11-9-75. It's 23 points of difference on the Car Ranch scoreboard. And just those goals in the middle stages of this final term by Geelong West may be the difference between the two sides. A couple of steadying goals, but we'll find out. Pender and Moranovic again. Bartolo's been pretty good in the middle since he's been there.
Oh dear, the wheels have fallen off the Tudor machine, I'd suggest. Didn't see who broke, but the kick is an absolute shocker from Moranovic. Allows now the Mediterranean Marvel to come in, but he's funnel-webbed it into the centre of the ground. Drysdale trapped it, got it to Illick, to Wall, left foot kick up and under job. Oh, nearly a nice mark, Sean Lewis. He battles on regardless. His Worsen is there also and does well. Gets the ball out of bounds, but gee, Sean Lewis was a bit unlucky on that occasion, Jason.
He was. He battled pretty hard there and went towards the boundary line by himself. There wasn't many working with him there. The youngster worked hard. Illick nearly took it out. He could have taken it out of the ruck, but gave it to Drysdale. In close quarters. Still close to the boundary line. And over again, so another boundary throw in. So another boundary throw in. Pender and Illick. A number of players around the ball. Pender in front, gives it off to Ingwerson. He's wrapped up, dropping the ball. Yep, well, they've been pretty consistent on that this afternoon, the umpies. And that's fair enough in front of the goal. So Johnny Drysdale.
Opportunity here. Johnny, been busy for them as well. Hasn't bothered the scorers this afternoon. About 22 and a half minutes gone, so there's still plenty of footy left, Jace.
Well, if he can kick this, make it 17 the difference. Drysdale. Oh, no, poor kick. Stosic. Cowie takes the mark.
Oh, how did he get that?
He's got Heath Box at centre half back, alone. Takes the mark, just settle. He can just settle the play down. Handball to Pender is okay. Runs through the middle now, the big man. Measures a pass towards centre half forward. Running through, though, ball for Bell Post Hill. Wall didn't shepherd. The call was there for him, but the ball came to him in the end. Then he gets away on his left boot towards Sean Lewis out wide. Is it going to sit for him? No, Lakino worried him out of it a little bit there. Has he got any help? Feldman's there. He can't keep it in. Travail also there, but it's going to be a boundary throw in. Beautiful pitches through Burke's backyard there of the half-forward flank.
We must get the council down here and just trim these trees up a bit. It makes it pretty hard to play footy, doesn't it?
I'll say. God. I've seen it a couple of times today. The ball's hit the trees. Bartolo, handball to McPherson. Left foot kick across the car in the middle of the ground. He goes with his left boot towards Cook and running out though. Oh, did he take the mark? Yes, he did. Yannick and play on.
Waste no time. Long kick up there at the back of the pack. Yeah. Yes, he now gives it to Harris. Hesitated a bit, Cedenic. Harris a bit slow and hand pass was a poor one. Sharked by Craig Ball. Goes out wide. Opportunity there, Cameron Carr all tied up. Oh, he's a bit tough on him. Advantage should be paid. It's not. And
I don't think that umpire knows that rule.
No, he's not sure. But West still retained possession. That's the important factor. As the kick, though, a long bomb up there for the high flyers. Russell Scott over the back of the pack. Ball stays down. Good work to his, let's have a look, Deputy Vice Captain in Cameron Carr. He's played a very serviceable game here this afternoon to centre half back. Packet players of form. Players getting pretty tired in this very, very sunny autumn afternoon here at the backyard, Bakers Oval. Conditions absolutely perfect for this greatest game in the world. Jason Doherty, Australian Rules Footy.
Pender and Maranovic to do the ruck work at half forward. Ingwerson, the roving. Right foot kick around the corner. Running onto it is Wilkie. Ratji. Off the ground, soccer style. Ken Denning, can he trap it? He can't on the first occasion. Can he get around onto his right and kick the goal? I think he might have missed. We wait on umpire Phillips. Oh, suspense. Goal. So that's a goal to Ken Denning, his third. And that's the ball game. It's a Long West Cricket and Footy Club, 16-8, 104. And Bellpost Hill 11-9, 75 on the Car Ranch final quarter scoreboard. And we've been going 27 minutes in this final term on the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock.
Well, we've been very fortunate, Chase. We had 31 goals scored last week in our match of the day at Thompson. And today we've had another 27. And it's a very good start to the 97 season from a guest video point of view.
Action aplenty on guest video.
Been terrific.
Back to the centre, Maranovic and Pender. Umpire Beatty puts the ball down. Maranovic gets it to Bartolo. Runs from the middle. Goes with his right boot long towards Feldman and Guthrie. Feldman uses the body well. Can't take the mark. Lewis can't pick it up. Pushed off the ball by Guthrie. Works hard and he's over the top of it. Umpire to come in and bounce it wide at half forward. So it's 16-8 to 11-9. So the Cheetahs to bring up their first win of the season. Pender by himself. Handball over the top to nobody in particular. Sean Lewis wrapped up without the footy. Free kick. Played for it and got it. Sean Lewis now. Had Kelly short. Now Stosic goes towards him. Wigmore chops it off. Just seems to be in the crucial place at the crucial time.
Yeah, veteran of many games for the Cheats, Brett Wigmore. Lovely kick too. Every time he gets possession, he utilises it to its fullest advantage. Finds Russell Scott out of side, half back flank. Plays on Wilkie. Good work, young fella. Takes a nice grab. Butters up the hand pass there to his teammate, who was well caught. And Sam Lucchino, no penalty coming, and should have been rewarded for that tackle, I felt. But umpires allowed play to continue, and it's now out of bounds. Half forward flank, right half forward, about 60 metres from the Cheetahs' goal. Time check, it's just ticking along nicely from a Cheetah point of view.
Free kick found, going to go to the Cheetahs.
About 25 minutes have gone, Jace, so we're into time on.
Russell Scott at half forward out of side. To push the Cheetahs further into attack. He wants to his brother again, so he goes towards him, and it's kick to kick. And Stewie's taking the mark inside 40.
Now, hopefully he's learnt from his last little exercise here. He'll kick the goal rather than pass it.
I think he might this time. He's kicked one this afternoon, the coach. And going for goal number 2 and Geelong West 17th. He runs in pretty close to the man on the mark. And we wait on umpire Phillips again. And this time he has missed, one behind. So nobody's standing the mark here. So Batty can play on if he wants and gain 5 or 10 metres. He doesn't though. He elects to go to the outer side. Good mark, Sean Lewis. Wants to play on quickly. Does so. Around the corner. Johnny Drysdale can't pick it up on the half volley. Lucchino there as well. Pushes it out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in on the outer side wing.
Yeah, good work, Sean Lewis. Knowing that the desperation or position of the game, waste no time. And unfortunately was well collared when he did play on. Loose ball now out of side centre wing. Good work there from, that was Pender. Got to the back of Ingsworsen, who fed off to the run of Nick Lucchino. Kick up to the full forward line now, sees that the defence of Belpost Hill stands firm. Quick hands there to McPherson. Wobbly old kick though finds Sean Lewis at centre half back, and he should be paid the mark. Advantage now paid. Confusion is set in here as we see that some nice footwork there from Travail finds Feldman as the siren sounds to terminate a very entertaining round 2 match of the day here at the backyard. Bakers Oval, and Victor's going to the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club, of course, because I picked them.
Yeah, 16-9, 105. Geelong West have defeated Belpost Hill 11-9, 75. 5 goals the margin, 30 points. And in that final quarter, Geelong West kicked 3 goals, 4. And Belpost Hill kicked 3 goals, 1. The goal kickers for Geelong West, we had Ken Denning, Andrew Harris and Jason Rathew with 3 goals each. 2 to Russell Scott and singles to Stuart Scott, Gavin Ingwerson and Scott Cowie. While for Belpost Hill, Brett Feldman kicked 4 goals, Mikulik 2, David Cook 2 and singles to Sean Lewis, Ante Stosic and David Wall. So a good win to the Cheetahs at home by 5 goals. Sets their season up now. They've got their first win on the board. And next Saturday afternoon, Geelong West travel to Thompson, so that should be a good game out there. I did hear earlier today that Bannockburn were beating Thompson, so it should be a good game out at Godfrey Street between the Tigers and the Cheetahs. And, well, Belpost Hill, they face Corio next week, so another tough game for the Devils and also the Panthers. Ronnie, your 3-2-1 for the Beaumont Pies guest video player of the day.
Yeah, this is a pretty toughie here today because it was such a very good team game or victory here this afternoon by the Geelong West Cricket and Football Club. And when you reflect back to that first quarter with the coach probably trying a bit hard early, Stuart Scott, but it was very, very valuable. Likewise was Scotty Cowie, Gavin Ingsworsen, and of course the big ruckman Sadenka and Brett Wigmore were very busy in the first quarter. Second term saw the show, was the Andy Harris show, and he was the difference between getting Geelong West into a winning position for mine. And he kicked, I think you'll find 2 or 3 in that second quarter and set them alight, and was a great asset to them. Ingsworsen continued on his merry way in the second term, likewise did Zaranka. And Russell Scott also very supportive, as his brother Stuart was in that second term. Third quarter up again, Stewie Scott did well. Cowie, brilliant in defence, and he was the reason why I'd suggested the Geelong West side can set up so many forward movements, because he's such an aggressive and attacking defender, and he runs the ball out very well. And it was very hard. I've got to apologise to Scotty Cowie because I can't fit him in.
And the Scragger too. I suppose you have to apologise to him too, will you?
Brett Wigmore, like the utility, he sort of just props up when you want him to, and played a very good game as well. Gee, 3-2-1. Makes it very hard. But I probably went from value point of view. I mean, Brett Feldman, you probably should give a vote to as the best player from a Belpost Hill point of view. But I just can't squeeze him in because I felt that the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club had better players all day. So I went this way. I gave 1 vote to Gavin Ingsworsen. I thought his game was terrific. Just for heart and determination. Apologise to all his teammates. 2 votes I gave to Lee Sadenka, the new recruit from Birregurra. I thought his game was terrific, not only in the air, may have been beaten at centre bounces, but his around the ground work was terrific. And I've given Harris best on ground because he changed the game for the Cheetahs.
All right, so that's Gavin Ingwerson, Lisa Vanker and Andrew Harris are on brain. Well, I apologise to the Scott brothers and Brett Wigmore.
Well, I do too.
And also another player who I think went unmentioned for most of the day and is in a new role this year with the club at Belpost Hill. Michael Batty at fullback was a fairly solid player there, and he looks like he could be the answer for the boys at fullback for the Panthers this season. I've given one vote to Brett Feldman, 4 goals, 3, and a fairly good game in midfield and half forward, and was the standout player for the Panthers this afternoon. Lisa Vanker looks like an extremely handy pickup for the Cheetahs, and a good mobile ruckman, so I've given him 2 votes. And yes, the man changed the game for the boys. Didn't do much in the first quarter in the back line, moved to centre-half forward and changed the face of the game for Geelong West, so Andrew Harris gets 3 votes from myself also this afternoon.
Well, thanks very much, Jason, for that. Now we've got to make a decision, and we'll probably have to ask the cameraman, I suppose, to do that between Feldman and Ingsworsen for the cup. It's quite important that we make that decision.
Where is the technical producer extraordinaire?
I'm sure Brett would go Feldman.
Yes, he would. We've just heard the yes from downstairs. Yep.
Well, Brett Feldman, number 10 for Belpost Hill, and Gavin Ingsworsen, number 34 for Blue West, have tied for the first best. And he's gone the other way. He's stuck with me. Ingsworsen, congratulations, Gavin. And that is the way we've seen it here this afternoon, round 2, GDFL footy on guest video. And we've got to thank all our sponsors here this afternoon to make this call possible. The Car Ranch, GDFL Bingo Centre, LBW Chartered Accountants, Bannockburn Sporting Trophies, the Geelong District Football League themselves, and of course, APCO Easy Shop.